My name is Cooley and I am Chief Executive of Hope for Justice. I firmly believe in Muhammad Ali's quote that says, impossible is just a big word thrown around by small-minded men who find it easier to live in a world that they've been given rather than actually to explore the power they have to change it. Impossible is a dare. Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. And I just believe that our generation is the generation of the impossible, that meets impossible with a smile and says, you know what, with our God we can do all things. With our God it's entirely possible. With our God we can see giants fall. I'm telling you, I'm so excited about being at City Changers Conference because we're going to challenge the apathy in our nation to think bigger, think stronger, and think change.
Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine.
The word transformation means to change. It means to take something and make it better. What we're trying to do as Hope for Justice is to transform society so that there is no more slaves. We're transforming society. And each part, each component of our generation has its own responsibility to bring transformation, to protect the poor, the weak, the marginalized, and the oppressed in our generation. A just society looks like this. The children are protected, the families are protected, the vulnerable, the trafficked, the enslaved get the right exercise of justice so that we may all live free and fair lives.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Bill Hybels says the hope of the world lies in the local church. I find that interesting because actually the Bible talks about the church being the head and not the tail. Actually, the role of the church is to bring transformation, is to bring change, not only on an individual level, but actually in every element of society. The role of the church is to see social transformation. But what I find fascinating about Bill Hybels' quote is the hope of the world lies in the local church, but predominantly in the hands of the leaders. And it takes great leaders to govern the church, to be strategic, to change society. My hope from City Changers Conference is that, we would, together as like-minded individuals, be able to start thinking differently. The Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. Your thinking affects your being, and your being determines the course of your life. And I pray that this conference would challenge our thinking enough to how are we going to bring change in our generation. I want to ask you to book in today, to partner with us, to be able to start a journey of thinking differently about our nation.
Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.